that's how you get AIDS. Welcome to week 4 of the BJ Fantasy League recap videos. Jeremy, if you ever watch this, which you won't, I did that for you. So yeah, so we have do we have any league announcements this week, son?
Hey, he might watch it. I don't
That's
have any
true.
official. I don't have any official league announcements other than I think half the league's watching this, so we're
All
doing
right.
something wrong enough that people want to watch it.
That's true. Thank you for all the positive feedback we've gotten. And to the negative feedback, all I have to say is go fuck yourself. So moving on. Do you want to go over the previous week matchups, Jake?
Yeah, we could do that. Let's see where to begin. Oh, that's right. I beat Bones, so I'm the
Yeah.
better commissioner. Clearly,
Well, you do have Antonio Brown and Julio Jones.
Oh, Jesus.
yeah. Julio got me a whopping 2 points last week, so that
I know.
clearly helped.
I'm right
Let's
there
see.
with you.
Jesse, you lost to Aaron Miller. That was a key one, so that hurt your standing. I think
Yes,
that
it
knocked you
did.
down a couple of pegs, didn't it?
I'm still like in a 3 or 4-way tie for the top of my division.
Yeah,
I feel.
You're still in a 4-way tie for the Icelandic with
Yes.
Aaron, Doobie, and Brandon.
I'm amazed at the amount of points I scored, considering 2 of my wide receivers got 0. So, like, I don't feel too bad. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, I think the knockdown drag out of the week was Doobie and Abe. Doobie's got one hell of a team. He also took the points lead for the year
Wow.
this week with that showing. So he and Abe combined for 244 points, best in the league this week. And Doobie came out on top. So good for you, man.
Yeah.
Welter, on the other hand, manhandled Skinner. That's what that little picture of the sumo wrestler versus the kid is all about, because that's what it was like.
Classic welter.
Casey lost to John, and Stephanie beat Dustin to take the lead in her division of the Mountaineers. So she's 4-1 now. She's in the lead. Casey's doing well out there in the Coastal with the lead. I took Bones off of he was the last unbeaten, so nobody's unbeaten.
No one's pulling a Greg.
No one's pulling a Greg. That can't happen. Well, there's still Cunningham. He could do it in reverse. Let's see.
I like
Yeah,
I was gonna say I liked how the Battle of the Brothers was the lowest scoring total this week.
Oh yeah.
Ryan Short.
Well, Shorty got stung by the waiver wire lockout, just like Flippo did last week. Shorty got hurt with trying to play games of when to put in a sub for Cam Newton. So I think that's the biggest drawback of the waiver wire this year is that we weren't able to figure out how to lock a player on kickoff. We had to do this blanket window from noon Sunday to 8 p.m. Wednesday to where nothing can happen. So Monday Night Football is just screwed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at the same time, in most other leagues, you do kind of have to do that to where you have to be like, all right, well, Cam might be out. You got to pick up Derek Anderson or whatever, like on Sunday morning.
I feel like the people who've got burned are trying to hurt other people in doing so, and so it's their own fault.
Hurt other people in the instance that they're trying to win their game.
No, so there's a difference between trying to win your game and making sure that you can't get burned by the decision you're making, which is that's what Flippo was trying to do. He was trying to make sure that if some of the players he dropped did well, they wouldn't be on other people's teams. Like that's the trade-off you have to make when you let someone go.
So, yeah, that's the pain of the bye weeks is that you have to make tough decisions.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do what?
I said no mercy.
No mercy. So on the pillow fights, Kyle took down Brandon. Cunningham continued his losing streak, so Greg secured that. Flippo beat Noy. GT lost to Chad.
God damn it.
.03. I thought you were leaving. I thought you were like getting up and walking out of the room.
No.
But as Jesse mentioned,
the brutal mistress.
Yeah, the real pillow fight there was the Short brothers really going at it there with a combined score of 137.8. Good for you guys.
Well done.
Well
done, gentlemen.
Well done. All
right, so I guess moving on to the Survivor Pool check-in. No change. The 4 people who are still in it are still in it, so well done there.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the people who hopefully they all chose New England. I didn't check to see, but
Yeah, only four
Spoiler
people.
alert, choose whoever's playing the Browns.
yeah.
That's a way to go. So yeah, on the key matchups for next week, really, it's your division, Jesse. You guys, 4 teams at 3-2, and y'all play each other.
Exciting.
Yeah, so you've got Brandon and Atomic Bombs and Doobie are squaring off. So something's going to shake up there.
What you mean? My matchup with 4-1 team is not a key matchup.
Well, you'd have to be a good team for that to be a key matchup.
Ooh.
Oh,
Seriously, though, GT, you on the points against column, 118.7 average weekly score for your opponent.
yeah. My points for is not that bad. It's the sad part. It's not like I was scoring like 70 points a game.
Yeah.
Flippo.
So for those not looking at what we're looking at, GT's team is 1-4 with a year-to-date points scored of 517, which is 5th in the league out of 24 teams. He's number 5, and he's 1-4.
Granted, I did have the big week last week, but it's still the average is still like it was not right under 100 before that.
Yeah, I take a lot of pleasure. I haven't stopped smiling. It's great.
Don't worry. I'm starting my 7-0 run this week.
Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not.
Not with Marcus Mariota.
Listen to me for the planes because it's all 4-1s versus 2-3s basically. So the Coastal, you've got Welter versus Casey, the number 2 team in the league versus the number 7. Not only that, but they're trying to fight for that division there, so that's a pretty big one. And then Shorty and 3D trying to fight it out for the, take challenge to Stephanie there in the Mountaineer. Pillow fights are getting thin, so this week's pillow fights is going to be Noid and Skinner, which we all take pleasure in Skinner being among the pillow fights.
True.
Sean, that is, not you, Kyle. You're a good person.
I'm pretty sure like half of Sean's team is just like out for the year.
Yeah, he's got a MASH unit. He's all MRI or MRI. He's all IR. They're all having MRIs because they all have ripped up knees. So the other pillow fight there is Kyle and Abe, but we won't pick on Kyle. So we're at a point, Survivor Pool's getting figured out. Divisions are starting to get figured out. Who do you guys think at this point, besides ourselves, has the best shot of winning this league?
Besides me, I actually, in like our division, I'm going to go with Shorty. I think he has the best team, even though he's not leading right now. But overall, I think his team gets together, and it really pains me to say the other team I think is really good is Zay's.
Yeah, Zay's got a good squad. I like Shorty's. He's got the defensive position on lockdown, having Minnesota and Denver. He can just pivot when they. It's a good spot to be in.
Yeah.
But for those not doing the research, he's got Cam Newton, Ezekiel Elliott, Matt Forte, Diggs, Jeffrey, Marvin Jones, Lions team tight end, and a decent stable behind that.
I think Welter's team is pretty good too.
Yeah, Welter's team. I was going to go with Doobies. He's the number 1 team in the league. It's kind of the softball there. He has only not scored 100 points one time, and that was a week he scored 89. His team's consistent. Now, he does have some problems that I see that I won't air here because hopefully I can get some trades out of him that I don't want to sell. So sell right now, so I'll keep that to myself. But yeah, he's got Phillip Rivers, Bell, Elliott, Jarvis Landry, Steve Smith, Senor, Demaryius Thomas, Antonio Gates. I mean, he's stacked top to bottom, and he's got a decent bench. He's looking good, and he's obviously scoring the points. He's 30 points ahead of the next closest person. Jesse, what do you think? Who do you think is going to win this thing?
I see Doobie was going to be my
Oh, I stole it. Yes.
yeah, my recommendation because like really the teams that
Just
win
like Antonio Brown.
usually the people who end up winning the league have the deepest team. where like they can start anyone and they usually do okay, and he has it spread out. Like he doesn't have like 1 or 2 great players. He has like 5 or 6 awesome players.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know. I think you need 3 good wide receivers and at least 1 good running back, and probably and a good QB to win.
I mean, I'd say the QB is optional because like a QB who gets you like 20 points, that could be any QB in the league.
Yeah,
really.
but if you've got like Brady scoring you 30 points a game, or whoever.
I agree with that.
Or
But
Cam last year.
Yeah, Cam last year was pretty dominant. But at the same time, you can go pick up a QB2 off the waiver wire any week of the year.
Yeah.
Any week of the year.
Yeah, you would think that. Unless Eli is scoring 11 points a game. God damn it.
Anyway, what are you gonna do?
Your team is the worst, Jesse.
Yeah,
your NFL team.
You don't have to tell me. Well, my fantasy team isn't great either. So hopefully Cam Newton plays this week. So
he's cleared. He cleared the concussion protocol today.
He cleared. Okay, the notes haven't updated on the league page yet, but all right, good.
Stay on top of these things, man.
I know. I was just checking. I wasn't gonna waste a waiver wire pick on a kicker, so which is what I need. I just did while we were talking. So
who'd you get?
Janikowski.
Oh.
Seabass.
When you pick up Janikowski, does like a 30-pack of beer just show up on your front doorstep? I mean, does it come with the pickup?
It kind of does. I was watching some Bears highlights and I saw him make a field goal. I was like, yeah, Janikowski, still there, just kicking it 70 yards.
Good old second-round kicker.
Yep, man. I'm telling you, the Raiders are fun to watch, which is surprising.
The Raiders are fun to watch. They're a little bit of a cardiac team, but they're pretty good.
Yeah, their defense is awful, and I like that because they have to throw to Crabtree all the time.
Yeah.
Do you guys see that 4th down touchdown? It was like fourth down and 2 from the 30-yard line. He's like bombs a touchdown to Crabtree. It's like, whoa, that's some balls.
I wonder if every time Derek Carr throws a touchdown, he's like, "That's from my bro."
Probably.
Vengeance is ours. The Carr family lives.
He idolizes his bro.
Well, he's the one person.
I'm pretty excited this week. I've got Jamal Charles going up against that fantastic Oakland defense.
Nice.
The projections have him really low. I think they're still dogging him because he hasn't played this year, but he should be pretty good.
He played that one game and had like a 9-yard run.
That one game in a blowout. They're like, yeah, not today. Why don't you just sit down?
All right. Any notes for our viewers?
No, just keep on keeping on, keep watching, and keep trading.
Yeah. So I'm. Here's an interesting question. Try to get trades going more often. Like, do you think people should be trading while we're all waiting for the waiver wire, or should people like concentrate post Wednesday on trades? Is it
depends on your waiver position. I mean, like I thought about launching some trades because I had the 3rd spot until I used it on Sammy Coach just now, but I thought about maybe making some trades so that I could just reserve that waiver spot. But then it's really hard for me to make trades at this point because of the negative public perception. So I chose to go waiver wire instead.
I will say I've been talking to Flippo about random trades, and I chose to. We're trying to get a quarterback trade done, but I was just like, I gotta wait on that waiver wire, and of course I got all my quarterbacks, hopefully situation sorted out. So I think it's just kind of, you gotta just play it by ear most of the time. But I would like to say I saw that that vote, and it seems like some people don't like the waiver wire. So if we could maybe get some thread going about suggestions if you don't like it, or if you do like it, to make it better.
Yeah, I think I'm starting that early to try to get some conversation started, but we will move it to the message board because I do want to understand those that don't like it. Is it because they don't understand it, or do they actually not like it? And I think we need to figure that out first, because it could be that Jesse had a lot of questions, and so did some other people, on how's this thing work? And it may just be an education deal. We've got to figure out, or it might just be that deal that people are getting burned on Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, because they're trying to wait to see if their game time decision player is going to play, and then they realize they can't make that decision that late. So,
gotta hedge your bets early.
It's the first year of the waiver wire. I'm not voting that we get. I'm not going to put out a vote that we get rid of it yet. or ever. I think it's a win. It's definitely working, and it's leveled the competitive playing field, in that everyone has the same shot at the players so long as you play the waiver wire right. But we just got to figure it out. I think people are learning, and unfortunately, some people do have a bit of a competitive advantage for those who have figured it out. But that's only temporary.
Well, and next year it looks like we're reducing the roster size by one spot, which will help because I know,
Yeah.
at least in our division, we've got several teams hoarding like 3 quarterbacks for some reason.
That'll sweeten the pot out there. So even if you're not using the waiver wire, you'll have a better opportunity to go get a player from the pool.
I've been able to enjoy my Sundays so much more, not trying to keep track of what players magically gone off to see if they're available, and then it's been much more enjoyable. So,
and not only that, like you can wait on injuries to where, well, so and so got injured, and so you don't have to like go pick up some garbage like backup.
Think about Brandon Marshall. Think about Brandon Marshall that night he went down with the knee. People might have, in the old format, might have dropped him and gone for Enunwa immediately.
Of course, I still did that last week, but you know.
Well, with Decker on IR, that turned out to be a good move.
No, I did. I got Bilal Powell because they were like, "Oh, Forte's injured," and turns out no, he's not. But it was
he's not. But that's still a 50-50 split backfield now. I picked up Bilal Powell for the same reason. They split this. They split the stats. But Jesse, what was your question? I forgot already.
I didn't really have a question so much as just, I was saying that I was enjoying the waiver wire more, even as I was figuring out how to use it. So,
yeah, I think it's a great addition, personally.
Yeah.
No, I definitely like it, and I think the trades are still moving. I think we're on pace to match last year.
Well, to be fair, like 90% of those are Flippo.
True.
And the other half is Zayden.
Yeah.
But that's the way it is. That's fine. They're able to make trades. Good for them. I don't try that hard at it. I was going to say something and totally forgot. Oh, well. Do you guys have anything else?
I think that's it for this week.
All right, guys. Again, thanks for watching and playing and trading and raking us over the coals on the message board.
Yeah,
Thanks.
It's been great.
Jesse's really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been a fun time. All right. Well, see you later.